Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to be continuing this series of multiple choice questions that I've started. So the first one says, a girl stands 200 meters from the foot of a building and observes the angle of elevation of the top of the building. So you know my drawing is not perfect, but the other girl is here, the building is here. The distance from the girl to the building is 20 meters. And so we know that from this is 20, up here is also 20. All right? Because basically we say this forms basically a rectangle. And so parallel sides we know are equal. All right? So that's 20. And so elevation means the angle is going upwards, and so the girl's height will be taken into account, because if here is 1.5, this location here is also 1.5 meters. All right, guys, so that's very important to know. So to find the distance from the, all right, so the height of the building is approximately what? So we need to know the height from this point to this point. All right, and that will take into account the girl's height and the angle at which she's looking from. So from her line of sight to the top of the building will be a particular length, and her height will be included in it, to give you the total height of the building. All right, guys, so let's get right into it. So what we need to do is basically, how will we find this section right here? And so we know that we have to a trig ratio, because a triangle, a right angle triangle is forming right here. And a trig ratio, we have three of them. We have SOHCAHTOA. And so which of these will we use? So we have the adjacent. This is the opposite side. We know that's the hypotenuse. And here's the adjacent. So which two would we use? So opposite and adjacent, so it has to be the tan. So the tan of some angle, 30, is equal to the opposite side. I'm going to use the question mark. All over the adjacent, which is 20. To find the opposite side, we're going to be multiplying 20 by both sides to cancel. You see that? All right, so that cancel that. So 20 tan 30 will give you this height. All right, so that's a 20 tan 30. Okay, and so to find out of the building, we have to add 20 tan 30 plus the girl's height. So it's 1.5. Let me put it right here. So it's 1.5 plus 20 tan 30. All right, guys, and 1.5, 20 tan 30 is C. And so that's how we get our answer. All right, I hope you understand this one. If not, leave me a comment in the section below and I'll be happy to assist you. All right, guys, so this question was requested by Janelle to give her more questions that has to do with reflection or transformation in general. And so I found this one. So in the figure above, the line AB, so the line A prime B prime, which is the image, so A prime B prime is the image of the line AB. So after, let me go again. In the figure above, the line A prime B prime is the image of the line AB after. So basically they're asking us what transformation took place to map A prime B prime onto AB. All right, so if you want to, I can label the points. So we're going to have 2, 3 right here. And at this point, we're going to have 4, 6. And on this side, we're going to have -3, 2. And here, we're going to have -6, 4. All right. So of the 4 we're given, we know it's not enlargement. All right. That's not enlargement. It's not, so enlargement basically a scale factor of -1 would mean on the opposite side as is, but it will be somewhere down this way. So reflection in the y-axis. This is the y-axis. If this was supposed to be reflected, it would be like somewhere over here. All right, where the marker is standing. So we know that's not reflection. Translation of -5, 1. We know that A prime to to A prime to A, you can go this way, then you go up. So we go 5 this way, then we go up by 1, or we go 5 this way, then we go down by 1. But we realize that for translation, the shape should always be the same, and this shape is not the same as this one, as in the orientation. So if you move it like this, when you move it on this way, it's supposed to look something like this as well. Alright, guys? And so we know that that did not translate, did not change in direction up and down, but the shape should be the same. That didn't happen. So we know what that is left is the anticlockwise rotation through 90 degrees about the origin. And one thing, guys, we can always remember that once it's rotation, if the object has the point xy, the image should be negative y x. Alright, so we interchange them and negate the y. So let's examine to see if that's actually correct. So A here is 2, 3. So that's our xy. And for A prime, it's negative 3, 2. So you interchange them. So you interchange them so it becomes y becomes x, x becomes y, and you negate the y. And so that works out for A. Let's try B. B is 4, 6. If you interchange them, you'll get 6, 4, and you negate the y. So negative 6, 4, and that took place right here. So we know it's an anticlockwise rotation through the origin of an angle of 90 degrees. All right, let's move on to this question. So this one says, given score and frequency. So the table above shows score and frequency of 40 archers in a competition. What is the median score? So yesterday I showed you how to find the median by using the given formula that says Q2 is equal to half n plus 1 to the th, and this tells the position of the middle term. So n here, we know it's going to be 40 because it's said in the answer. If the question didn't said in the question, but the question didn't give you 40, you add up all these frequency here to give you the total, which is n. So it's half of 40 plus 1. So half 41 is basically 20.5, and that tells the position. So you're going to be adding the frequency either from this direction or this direction until you reach a 20.5 position. So 3 plus 6 is 9, 9 plus 10 is 19, 19 plus what gives you 20.5, 1.5, and so we know that the 20.5 will fall somewhere in here. All right, guys, and so we know that score of 4 would be the median. So the median will fall somewhere in here. However, somebody asked me for another way of doing this. What I normally do with my students is to allow them to consider, say, the score 1 is repeated 3 times. So we'll have 1, 1, 1. All right, 3 times. 2 repeated 6 times. So we'll have 2, 2, 2, 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So this won't be for everything, guys. I'm going to show you how to derive this part. So we know we're going to go to the other side. So we know 6 2 times. So it's 1, 2. 5 7 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and list goes on. So we normally cancel from one side and the other side 1 and 1. But what we can do here is to don't list out all these numbers. Just go ahead and cancel the numbers as the face value you're seeing. So if I take 3 from this side, I must also take 3 from this side. So that's 2. I'm going to take 1 from this to give me 6. I hope you're following. So I take 3 from here. I must take 3 from here. Okay? I take 6 from here. That's what this is that is left. I take 6 from here. I must also take 6 from here. That's gone. All right? If I take 10 from here, I must also take 10 from this side. So that's gone. So 10 from this side, we're left with 2. And that means we have 4 occurring 2 times. So remember, if we have 2 middle numbers, we can add and divide by 2. Or we just write it because we know it has to be somewhere in 4. And that's how we get it. So remember, cancel from each side. So take 3 from here, 3 from here, 6 from here, 6 from here, 10 from here, 10 from this side, until you reach to the middle. So that's the goal, and I hope that one helped. So the next question says, in the triangle PQR, the length of QR expressed in terms of R and Q is, so QR is basically right here. All right, guys, so if you should turn this, so I'm gonna turn this triangle around for you. Turn this triangle around. You'll see it's a 90-degree for the largest angle. We know it's a right angle triangle. And we know that this would be the hypotenuse. We can't say opposite and adjacent because we're not given an angle to establish that. So that's the hypotenuse. And we know that in Pythagoras' theorem, I'm going to use the letters that we're given, the capital letters that are the vertices. So we know that PR squared, so the hypotenuse squared, is equal to the length of the two short sides. So it's QR squared plus PQ squared. All right? So we want to find PQ. No, we want to find QR. So we have to subtract PQ from both sides. All right? So PR squared minus PQ squared is equal to QR squared. But we want to find QR. It's being squared, so we find the square root of both sides. So this cancels this. So QR is equal to all of that squared. So instead of writing PR and PQ, we're going to be writing the letters that we're given. So PR is Q. So it's the square root of Q squared. PQ is R minus R squared. And that's how we get it. So Q squared minus R squared is C. And that's basically our answer. All right, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Tell a friend about me, guys. Let them come and learn something. As you know, I have a lot to offer in terms of mathematics. All right, guys. So thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next video.